Port is just a tiny dot on the map. The city is one of the most highly concentrated historical areas, and it really will show you how to see details.
City that is built by gentlemen for gentlemen.
So in the 10th smallest country in the world, in one of the smallest capital cities, beautiful Valletta.
The first thing that we recommend to do when you're in Valletta is just to stroll through the streets, because the buildings are made from the sandstone and it makes you feel like you're walking through the sand castle.
But what really gives the city its soul is those beautiful balconies. They're very colorful. Also the door handles are super cute, and then all of them are super unique. And then the last thing I noticed is those nameplates on the doors instead of the numbers.
And that's what makes Valletta such a unique city.
So here in Valletta, the staircases are not very steep. That's because they were built for the knights with heavy armor. I'm like a knight. The stairs are made for me. Small as I can make yourself.
Also, you'll notice a lot of hospice plants here, and the reason of that because locals are legally not allowed to plant anything in the ground, as it can damage the city and collapse the labyrinth under Valletta.
What's there?
It's just so beautiful. Look.
Caffe?
I just saw that her face, it seems like mine. She's kind of depressed.
Why are you depressed?
Old woman, full of thoughts.
Do you guys think she's an old woman?
Yeah.
Full of sauce? Her face?
I
Her
saw-
face. From your face.
There is something similar.
Also, Malta is one of the safest countries in the world, so if you're a solo traveler, stop worrying and start packing.
So if you come across Straight Street, I just want you to know it used to be known as the red light district in the 20th century for soldiers. And now we're on Republic Street, which is known as the heart of the city, and it's surrounded by a lot of different shops and historical buildings, but best of all, the best ice cream in Valletta. Hello.
Hard to choose?
Yeah. 3 different flavors, yeah?
Yes, you can mix the flavors.
Yeah. Can we get pistachio?
Yes, for the which macaron, please?
Which ones do you have?
We have cheesecake, mango, pistachio, chocolate. There you go. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, please.
A merino is a homemade ice cream here, and it's really delicious. And they put macaroon on top. I can't believe it. It's melting. Let's drink.
Try.
Oh. There goes my macaroon. My best macaroon. Here you go. Eat this one before we lose it too. We lost our macaroon, but this ice cream, oh my god, the best in the world.
I think it's even better than Italian gelato, honestly.
Honestly, I've never had ice cream like this. It's so amazing.
The most popular Ukrainian song, like very popular.
Stiricya barvino, budu polivati, Vernisya Ivanku, budu shanovati. Tell me, any country?
Italian. It's easy. No, French.
Oh, Champs-Élysées. More.
German.
Dickie Duncanson Fry, Bergams, another one.
Polish.
Szłacheweczka do laseczka do zielonego.
Estonian.
Estonian. Yes. Kaugel kuson minu kodu. Kaugel tervisi. Another one.
Norwegian.
Baba lillalam, hardonuenul. Yeah, another one.
I don't know so many languages.
Chinese. Ni wen wo ai ni yo. Wo shen wo ai ni yo. Chifen. Maltese.
Maltese.
Amilukarta. Amilukarta. Aya. Alta. Wait, Maltese. Fon sul fenek. Fenek. Niskola. Listen, very good people, Lithuania.
I know.
Ashmini Malta.
Yes, yeah. So most of Valletta is full of historical buildings, but this one behind us, the Parliament building, has a very new and modern design. It cost around 90 million euros and was designed as a zero-energy building. What's cool about that is that the rooftop is covered with 600 square meters of panels, which generate enough energy to heat the building in the winter and keep it cool in the summer. However, it's a very controversial building. Some people say it should have never been built here at all, as it covered one of the only open spaces in Valletta. Others go as far as to say it's an ugly building built on slabs.
And this argument went so far that at some point UNESCO even questioned the city's title at the World Heritage Site, and one famous magazine put this building in the list of worst and best buildings in the world. However, they didn't specify in what category it falls into, so...
What do you guys think? Cool or kind of lame? Caffe is known as the best place for breakfast here in Valletta. What first started off as a tea shop in 1837 quickly became the heart of the locals. Let's go check it out, see what they have. Thank you.
So the most popular snack among the locals is pastizi. Pastizi is a flaky pastry which can be filled with peas or like ours with ricotta cheese.
So it looks like this pastry is very crispy on the outside, but it looks good, so let's try it. It's really good inside. It's really crispy on the outside, like I said, but the inside is really soft, and the cheese is super filling and delicious. I give it a 5 out of 5.
I have my own expert here, so...
And then you say you need a napkin.
5 out of 5, according to locals.
I said 5 out of 5 too. I'm not too sure what this is, but it also has ricotta cheese inside, and it's quite heavy, like it's like a potato or something. But it's also very crispy. Let's
How
try.
to bite it?
I have no idea. I'm gonna go from the side. Look how much cheese is inside.
Where's ricotta cheese? It's very popular here.
It feels like everything is with ricotta cheese. But it's like the Georgian dumplings, you know? Yeah, it's gigantic. Also good, but I think I'll stick to the pastizi over this. Just, I don't know, more crispier, I like it. This is more like a dough filling, but this is more like a pastry. Alright, time for the bird review. Really? 0 out of 5?
No, 1.
No, 3 out of 5. There's 3 birds. Okay, 3 out of 5.
Next.
Okay, so this is like, it's called the honey ring. I don't even know what it's made of, but it smells kind of strange. Maybe a little bit like medicine, Soviet Union medicine. Outside is very hard. It's like even hard to bite. But the inside is some kind of, I don't know, maybe orange peel or something. It's quite strange.
And last but not least is cannoli. It's Italian cuisine, but it's extremely popular here, so we couldn't say no. It's like this cubes filled with ricotta cheese, with pistachio. Okay.
It's delicious, but it's definitely different from the Italian ones because Italians are more creamy. They are blended more. Here you taste cheese more. Not bad, just different.
For being one of the most popular spots here in town, it's not so expensive. All that food costs us just 8 euros.
Yeah, and the other cool thing about this place is that it's right next to the other attraction, Grand Palace, which is closed. It's under repairs until the next year, as we were said.
And if you go the other way, just about a minute walk, it's the Theatre Manuel. It's one of the oldest theaters in Europe, but it's also closed due to repairs.
So we are going to the next attraction, Co Cathedral.
So right here is the St. John's Co Cathedral, and you just can't miss it. Well, technically you can't. We walked past it like 3 times before we realized it's a top attraction. It doesn't stand out so much, but the inside is supposed to be really beautiful. Come on, let's go look. So the church from the outside is not so impressive as it's still built from the same sandstone as all the other houses. But when you go inside, my eyes are so busy, I don't know where to look at. The floor is marble and it's absolutely beautiful. The ceiling's beautifully painted. The walls have different kinds of architecture to them and a little different statues. It's just absolutely amazing, the whole church. And at one point, the knights as well as the Grand Master had to donate a lot of their money to reinvest in the church, to build up the treasury. And that's, at one point, it actually became one of the richest churches in the whole world. So the church has 9 different chapels, and each are a different country. And this one is Italy right here, our favorite.
Some people say that here you can see their first examples of 3D paintings because there are people there and you can see shadows, so it creates some kind of optical illusion here.
Actually, the whole floor is covered by these marble tombstones. There's about 400 of them and they cover the entire church. So each of these unique and beautiful tombstones represents the Knight of the Order, coming from some of the most powerful families in Europe. These buried knights tell tales of triumph, victory, fame, and death.
What there?
All the graves. Maybe all the Grand Masters, I think. Also quite nice. So on your way out, don't forget to turn left and go up the stairs to this beautiful balcony. Not a lot of tourists come here because, as you see, it's pretty empty, but it's a beautiful view of the whole church. Hey Mom, yeah, it's me. Yeah, I'm in Malta. Valletta is pretty awesome. Really awesome.
As we said, there are a lot of monuments in Valletta, but I think this one is my favorite because of the meaning it holds. It represents the aspiration of Maltese people for development and progress. And now we're in the upper gardens. Why this place so popular among the tourists? There are a lot of reasons. First, it's absolutely adorable place with so many monuments.
You also get the view of the Grand Harbor, which is the biggest in the Mediterranean.
And also every day at 12 and 4 p.m. they shoot the guns.
No gun! Fire!
So at one point these gardens used to be covered and it used to be used as a resting place for the knights. Some say though that the Italian knights would come here and organize orgies and drinking parties, but the Grand Master put the end to that in the 17th century by opening it to the public and taking off the roof. So right below the upper gardens, you can come down here and take one of these cute little boats on the tour. You can take you either on a harbor tour or take you to the other cities, the 3 cities or something else. And while you're in Valletta, waiting for the harbor tour. You can dance. Being in Valletta is my favorite thing. Being in Valletta is my favorite thing.
Well, you can dance with your girlfriend.
Finally.
Hello.
Thank you. Going that side? Okay.
Flavors, come and choose.
Okay. I will choose.
Normally I am a boatman, but there is nowhere, so I will take a lot.
Thank you.
Pistachio.
That's right. Your turn.
Is it good?
Yeah, very good.
They said that the best time for swimming is September and August.
The best time for ice cream is always.
Yes, this one, when I play with Pitt in Detroit, I learn all the rowers, and I make 8 months in Detroit.
Wow.
8 months. This picture, don't tell everybody, Emma. Brad Pitt tell me where is the toilet on the ship, and I tell him, listen, in here we don't have a toilet. So you don't. They tell me I want to make a pee, and I tell him, go take a bucket and you pee in it. So just throwing the pee. I am a galera. So when we finish, we came on the yacht, drink beer. It's very cool, very nice guy.
And these are the lower gardens. They're a little bit small and quieter than the upper ones, but it's one of the loveliest parts of Valletta and also has the best view of another attraction.
The gigantic siege bell right behind me was built for the 7,000 civilians and soldiers that lost their lives in the Second Great Siege of Malta. Come on, let's go have a closer look. This 10 tons bronze bell still rings today in memory of the soldiers lost. So behind the siege bell, there's a laying statue which represents the unknown soldiers lost in sea.
Everyone is busy.
realize that they really try to do everything they could to protect this beautiful city from any invaders.
Just, it's a places like this you want maybe wine? Thanks. Some strawberries. Thank you. And just admire the view.
Although Valletta is a really small city, we hope we showed you in the video how amazing it is and how there's so much things to do here.
It was influenced by so many countries, but it turned into such a unique destination. Just come here. People are so friendly. They will meet you with smiles, interesting stories, music, delicious cuisine, and such a good wine.
Yes, definitely pack your bags and come here. And we're packing our bags and we're heading to our next destination, which is still in Malta. So hit the subscribe button and we'll see you soon.